Hello everyone. In today's video we got a 2010 Jeep Liberty that the shop was trying to do a used computer, a used engine control module in. They actually installed it, they wrote the VIN themselves, they actually reset the security, I believe, themselves. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but here we're going to take you along using WiTech to go ahead and program a used computer with the proper software. So here we're logging into WiTech 2.0. Here's our vehicle identification. As you see, we got 21 DTCs here. So I always like to take a snapshot of all the codes ahead of time before I do anything. So we've got all this list of codes, and we're going to go ahead and hit that PDF icon up on the upper right hand corner and vehicle scan report. We do this to create a record of everything about the vehicle so we don't get blamed for something if something goes haywire. So we go ahead and we're going to download this and save it. I always type in the date and the customer name, and there we go. So now we have the original computer installed in the vehicle right now. We have to have the original computer installed so we can get the proper calibrations off that. And that's kind of the tricky part here, just so you know ahead of time. So this is the calibration number that we're supposed to have, this 702AF. And we can verify what that is by going to handsonautotraining.com. And when we get to that website of mine, I do have the Chrysler calibration lookup files there. Under downloads and lookups, click on that. Once the file opens up, we're going to copy this number here. This is our current number. Control C, and then we're going to go back to that flash file chart, and that's over here, the Chrysler calibration lookup. We're going to click on this, and Control F opens up the search bar, and Control V pastes it in. And as you see here, there is an update, a 702AG. So that is the latest calibration. Now, the used computer has this number in it that ends in the 53AF, 3453AF. So we're kind of curious. We got two ways of going about this. We can look up, we have the VIN number on the used computer sticker, and also the calibration ID number on the used computer sticker. There's a couple ways we can do this. Here we type that VIN number into all data, and that IDs the vehicle as a Jeep Wrangler. So we know we have the wrong calibration IDs in this vehicle. We have to get the proper calibration into it. We have to purchase a subscription to program. It's called a VIN subscription. You go through your NAFTA account manager. We got to sign into that. And I keep my passwords all on like a notepad. That's the easiest thing, because Chrysler, you have to have 3 different subscriptions in order to get stuff done. It can be a bit confusing at times, so I keep my passwords there. So we paste that in, and we go ahead here, and we have to buy a VIN subscription, which costs us $35 for that. Type in your payment information, and then now we can have access to it. Now I gotta tell you, as you see here, we're going to update this computer to 702AG. This is the original computer that's in the vehicle. Right here is where we stop. Right at this point, we have to stop, and we have to turn the key off before we hit the OK button here, and install the new used computer. Okay? Super duper important to do that. So we have to plug in the new computer right now, and we're going to go ahead and confirm that this flash is only supposed to be done for certain reasons, and etc. And also, in this case, they're replacing the computer because of a alternator wasn't functioning or it wasn't charging properly. So we go ahead and hit go back here. I'm just verifying real quick that our part number is proper, and we have to select our subscription, and that's a subscription we just bought. Now we have to log into our Tech Authority account. And once we paste our password into the Tech Authority account, the flash will begin. So here the flash of the ECM is actually starting, so you can see that we're updating it to that number right there, and that is the part number that is proper for this Jeep Liberty, not the calibration out of the Wrangler. as this process started, I thought I would just double check to see if the calibration actually showed up for the Wrangler. We checked on the VIN number on all data to make sure it would, but for whatever reason I wanted to check this. This is the boring part of programming. It's like watching paint dry, but at this point I type in the number off of the used computer, and as you can see, it will come up as a Jeep Wrangler. And that's a 3.8 liter Jeep Wrangler, and we've got a 3.7 liter in this Jeep Liberty. So big difference on the calibration files and everything else. So super duper important to get the right ones in there. Here we're fast forwarding the programming process. I think this took about 9 minutes, give or take. And once we're done, at this point, it will verify the logical block, and you turn off the key and click on continue, and then after a few seconds it'll tell us to turn the key back on. Now this was an interesting one because somebody had been playing around with it. They have already, like I said, they already wrote the VIN number, they already did the security learn, so I was just basically trying to get the right calibrations in there. I did not try to run it with the used computer with the calibrations for the 3.8 liter, but they were saying it was setting cam sensor codes and all kinds of stuff. It just wasn't running well. So at this point, we're all done with the flash, and we'll go ahead and clear all the DTCs because many times codes will set as you guys program. So here's all of our codes, and we're going to click the clear all DTC button and hit continue. And it says errors when clearing DTCs. Now this happens sometimes when you do clear all. Every once in a while it won't clear them all. Sometimes it'll leave some ABS codes or something else. So we'll take a, it says there's no codes present. We'll take a look. And the vehicle topology map will show us that we have code in ABS. Click on DTCs to see what it is. And it was VIN missing codes and configuration mismatch codes. So we just go ahead and clear those out and close it. And then you'll see that those codes do not come back. And at this point, it's time to take this vehicle for a test drive, make sure everything's good with it. So you can see we have no codes here, and we did have a runner. I was able to start it. Like I said, usually if you do use computer, you're going to have to use either an aftermarket tool or WiTech with a pin code to go into the WCM and do the PCM replace function, and that will reset the VIN number. It'll update the PCM with the WCM VIN and reset the security. But here we also can check that the VIN number had changed. You see the VIN number original has changed to the proper VIN number of the vehicle. So the VIN current matches. That's one way right here. You can always tell if you have a used computer in a Chrysler product. Any of the newer ones, mostly CAN bus vehicles, you can look right here and, oh, hey, it's a used computer. Doesn't mean that it's wrong if somebody's properly programmed it. If you or your shop have any questions about this type of programming, please give me a call. I'm able to do this type of training or set your shop up with a WiTech. It's very... it's not impossible, it's not that hard, but if you don't know where to go setting up WiTech and getting all your subscriptions in order, it can be challenging. So I do that type of work for GM, Chrysler, and Ford. If you have any questions, leave them below. I appreciate everybody watching. If you're still watching this, please click the like and subscribe button. Have a great day.